Today we're going to do some stretches for the arms, the front of the chest, strengthening work for between the shoulder blades. So great if you've been at a desk all day. Leg stretches as well. If you've been on your feet all day, they're great, but also great if you've been at a desk as well. So let's get moving. First thing I'm going to ask you to do is start with your feet and knees about hip bone distance apart. Have the arms down by your sides. And we're going to start by lifting the shoulders right up, taking a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, we're going to roll them back and down. And just bring your arms all the way up. Circle them out and down. So one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, we're going to take the hands behind the back of your head and neck. So lace the fingers and take them to where the bowl of your head meets the top of your neck. And then press your head into your hands gently and your hands into the head, so you create a little bit of resistance through the arms and the shoulders, so the shoulders are connected. This is our kind of our stretching position here, but we're just going to take the elbows a little bit wider, and what you'll feel when you do that is some lengthening and release work across the front of your shoulders, maybe across the back of your shoulder blades. And then we're going to rest off that by bringing the elbows around the front. So I'm going to ask you to use a breath in as you open out the elbows. And then as you breathe out, bring the elbows back around the front. So use your breath in here. So we're just really lengthening the muscles across the front of the shoulders and the chest, where we might be a little more rounded shouldered, and then bring the arms back around the front. You'll just feel this working. So breathing in as you open out. Go as much as you can. And then bring the elbows back in. Okay, we'll do that again. So breathing in to open out the elbows. You should start to feel these muscles easing a little bit. We'll just do that one more time, but you could easily do 10 or 12 of these. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Just give your shoulders a little bit of a roll here. We're going to move on to that space between the shoulder blades. So we're going to strengthen those little muscles that attach to the spine and the inside of the shoulder blades. If we sit at a desk for much of our day, or we're driving, or we're just forward through the shoulders, these muscles that I'm referring to, if I exaggerate, get lengthened here. So, and then we lose some of the support for the mid and upper back there. So what we want to do is we want to shorten them so that we create some strength between the shoulder blades again. And posturally, this next movement just brings the shoulders back a little bit as well. So I'm going to have the palms of the hands facing backwards for this. I'm going to do this sideways on so you can see the position of my arms more clearly. We're going to lengthen up through the spine and reach down through the arms. And then we bring the arms back a little, strong arms, and then rotate the palms inwards, so the palms of the hands face each other. And then when they're in that position, squeeze right between your shoulder blades, as though you're trying to bring your shoulder blades towards each other. Just hold it for a second or two and then let that go. So again, we reach down through both arms, take the arms back a little, rotate the palms inwards and squeeze right between the shoulder blades. Let the fingers relax and make sure you're using the muscles between the shoulder blades, and then let that go. So again, we reach down through both arms. We push the arms back a little as though you're working against water or resistance. Rotate the palms in, squeeze between the shoulder blades, breathe in, and then let that go. We'll do that one more time. So reach down through both arms, press them back a little, rotate the palms in, shoulder squeeze, let the fingers relax, use the muscles between the shoulders, and then let that go. Okay, and then bring your arms all the way up, circle them out and down. And then just to lengthen the muscles up through the back, bring the arms up to the ceiling, press the palms of your hands together and push the hands up to the ceiling. So really feel like you're lifting from the hips all the way up through the body. Keep pressing the palms together if you can. If not, just do your best. We might take a little side bend here just to create some length down the side of the body. We don't need to go too far, but if you feel like you want to, that's also fine. Be careful with your backs. And then we'll come back to center. So a little side bend to the other side. And then back to center. Bring your arms down. Because we've done the shoulders, we might as well do the neck as well, just to get some stretching through the back of the neck and the shoulders. I'll do this sideways on again. So you can do this sitting or standing. So if you're at your desk and you just need to move your neck around, this one's great. So sit tall or stand tall. And then gently drop the chin in towards the chest, but don't move your back. So don't move the back at all. Keep the back nice and straight. Drop the chin down towards the chest. Just maybe draw your core muscles in a little. And then bring your head up through center. And then take your head, so your gaze is just at the ceiling in front of you, not right above you. And then again, drop the chin down towards the chest. Keep the back nice and straight, so the back doesn't move as you drop the chin down. And that's going to create some length through the back of the neck and into the tops of the shoulders. Lift the head up again towards the ceiling, so you're looking just in front of you. So again, drop the chin down towards the chest. Keep the spine long. Let's take a breath in. And then lift the head up again, looking towards the ceiling. And then bring your head back to center. And then let's circle the arms again, just to help the release of those muscles. We're going to move down to the legs. So we're going to do standing hip flexor stretch. The hip flexors are here. So you've got your thigh muscles and then the hip flexors, which attach from the spine down here. So we're looking for a stretch when we do this leg here, that leg here. Okay, so you can do this working against a wall if you're slightly unsure of your balance. So one leg is bent forward and the other leg you push it back, and then you want to, probably if you're doing it against the wall, lift the heel on that back leg and slide the foot back, so you create that stretch there. Or you can do it freestanding. So one leg comes forward. We can put the hands on the thigh, and then you just slide that back foot back and just sink a little bit here if you can, however you can. Do use the wall if you need to. So my back heel is off the floor here. Okay, so make sure that this knee isn't protruding too far forward. Okay, so if you need to get more length here, then move this foot forwards and then let this hip drop down and get this stretch right in the front of the hip and thigh there. We're going to hold it here and breathe and just keep thinking, can I still feel that stretch? Is my body allowing me to get any lower? Obviously, remember, use the wall if you need to. So these muscles get tight when we sit all day or drive all day. They also get tight if we do active things like horse riding, for instance, hurdling, if you're a hurdler, running, high knees, anything like that. So these muscles really need lengthening out, whether you're more sedentary or whether you're active. Okay, and then to come out of this, lean on the front leg and step the leg in, and then we'll do the other side. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. So hands on the thigh, slide the foot back. If you want to elongate the stretch, you can take your arms up to the ceiling and take a lean back there as well. So just worth noting, we want to hold probably for about 40 seconds on each side. Just make sure you're not holding tension in the shoulders, so keep the shoulders drawn down, and then we'll hold it there. Probably not going to hold for 40 here, but if you're doing it at home, hold it for 40. Okay, and then we're going to come out of that by leaning forward onto this front leg and step the foot back in. So that's the hip flexors. And now we're going to work on the adductors, which are the inner thighs. So take your feet nice and wide if you can, and your feet can be facing forwards or they can be turned outwards. So that's really up to you, and you can try both positions because you'll feel the difference when you do them. When you bend your knee, We want the knee to track over toes 1 and 2. So big toe and second toe. Okay, so the stretch we're looking for is the inner thigh. Okay, so you slide across to one side, hold it there for a couple of moments, and then switch sides. So come up to center, hands onto the opposite side. So you're leaning forward, little toes pressing down. So the toes, little toes are helping to stabilize the foot. And then come back up again and switch. These are great hip openers. So again, if you've been sitting at your desk all day, where everything's in parallel, your body's in parallel, this just opens up the body and just gives that sense of freedom to the hips and the legs. Great exercise, movement, if you're warming up for running or football or anything. Walking, hiking, you need the movement to fling your leg over a stile. So all of the above, this is really good for, or just general. So again, you'd probably do about 10 or 12 of those on each side. And you just go into the movement, pause, let that release happen, come back up, and then go again. And then we're going to finish that there. We're just going to bring the feet in, give your legs a shake out. Let's bring your arms up one more time just for good measure. Take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, bring your arms down. Well done, and thank you for joining me.